Hey everyone, my name is Jess and I'm a thriftaholic. If you see behind me, I'm getting ready to go into Salvation Army. I haven't been here for a few months. I've recorded a Thrift with me before where I showed you some of their crazy prices. I avoid this place, but sometimes you just always get curious if things have changed. So let's go in and take a peek. By the way, this is Galesburg, Illinois, Salvation Army. Let's take a peek. Also, do you guys ever forget your face mask? Because I'm totally rocking my Christmas T-Rex face mask of my son's. Oh my gosh. These pants are amazing. If you guys know me, I'm crazy about cats and they're $4. They're kind of pilly. And tie-dye, yes, let's take those. All right, so here we go. I usually start in the furniture section just to see. Sometimes they have some cute pieces. I'm checking out this fake plant and it is damaged at the bottom, plus it was marked up pretty high. And just to give you guys a general idea of what is typically here. So it is generally older pieces. Sometimes you can find deals, and yeah, they get Target pieces as well. I like this couch. It was a reproduction of like a mid-century modern with the wooden base feet. The trunk was pretty cool as well. I don't need a couch, and if I remember right, it was like 200 or 3. No, was that 400? Yeah, we got our couch brand new for 500, and it's larger than that. So this chair was really cute. I love the colors for only $40. However, what I didn't show you was that the head, where you lay your head at, was pretty dirty. So here I can find some older pieces of plush. That one I think was, yeah, $9, which was a little high. I've never flipped Cabbage Patch. I'm sure there's a market, and don't mind my cat. This little wiener dog was absolutely adorable. Hard stuffed, vintage, not sure exactly which decade. But because he was $3, I did leave him behind. Now, moving on to the cars. Some metal cars can have resale value. My daughter's trying to drink my soda. That one would do okay maybe in the box, but it was played with and it was $3. The semis were $8, and they were pretty small. Here we're looking at figurines. Baskets are doing pretty well right now. That was cute with apples, but it was not branded. Here we had some heavy stone candle base. Again, I'm just thinking shipping would be a nightmare, so I always keep that in mind. I believe that's Party Light, which there's a few bolos for Party Light. Feel free to look those up, but most of the time there's not a value. That big vase was gorgeous, but there's a big chip out of it. That was very heavy. I was just looking at it for myself, but so that was previously marked over $7, but that's not their sticker. It was only $3, and I can't remember what the company was, but definitely vintage. However, I carried it around the store, and I went to check out, and there was about 5 people in line, 1 cashier, and I was ready to go, so I did put it back. I like to look at discontinued beauty products and cleaning products. I do pretty well with those. And didn't really find anything. I typically don't find anything here, but you know, you always have that one spot that you don't really find much at, but you don't give up hope. Yeah, that's this spot for me. I'm trying to think. I did look up a couple of these pieces. I think I looked up that one, which was, or no, I could tell by the packaging the makeup wasn't of value. Sometimes jewelry boxes, like the ones I just briefly showed, can do well, but it was not in the greatest condition. I think that was the Yeah, cheap hair product of some sort. I did check comps and they were under $10 with free shipping. So, I have heard of Pulp Riot for like very vibrant hair color, but you know, with hair color, you just don't know. Now hair colors, on the other hand, you can sell those. I have a couple sets I haven't listed yet, so I did pass on those. I didn't check pricing, but I'm guessing it wasn't super cheap, as the store typically doesn't sell very low prices like they should, as I'm sure a lot of thrift stores aren't right now. Now, I do like selling ornaments, especially musical ones. I looked up this Bob Hope piece, and unfortunately the comps were just too low, so he was left behind. Now, I always go through kids' clothes. For some reason, vintage pieces just stick out to me, even if they're from like the early 2000s, like this piece probably was. They just, much better quality. Sorry, my cat. I think this was a something princess dress. I probably should have looked it up. La Princess. I know there is a brand, something princess, that can do well, but I didn't check comps on that one. Just showing you a general. And again, prices here were a little high. If they were a couple bucks cheaper, I would have picked up some of these pieces. Probably like that La Princess dress. And this one, absolutely adorable, dead stock. I think, how much was that? Was that, yeah, $6. See, if that was free, I would have picked it up in a heartbeat. And let's see, love the print on that ladybug dress. I think I was looking to see if it's my daughter's size. Or no, it's not a dress, it's a romper. I also so I skimmed through the dresses. I also look at the children's overalls bibs, because the vintage Oshkosh ones can do decent depending on the style, print, and if it's made in the USA. Just requires some research. I don't think I really find anything here. Yeah, today was kind of a dud. Actually, it was a super dud. That was really cute, but it was a modern piece. And, you know, the prices are just too much. I can't remember, how much was that? $5. Yeah, now if it was my own kid, I would have bought it, but the resale market just isn't, it's not high enough. Now this piece, I wish it was in better condition. It was really pilly, but how funky is this? Check out those lashes. I'm totally jealous of those long lashes. This is a vintage company. I have sold one of their sweaters before. It was like an alligator / crocodile. Here I'm going through the men's t-shirts. I'm trying to find something vintage. Something I look for when I'm in kind of a hurry, if I don't want to flip one by one, is the crew neck, which is like the neckline. It just tends to be thicker. The material seems to be more substantial from the 90s. Now, 80s tees, they're typically paper thin and run smaller, but I love selling the 90s. A lot of things here were, that one wasn't old enough. I think it was only like 5 years old. But a lot of the men's clothing was branded either sports teams, not major league, like local, or businesses. It was almost as if they hadn't pulled old inventory. I don't know what their deal is, but t-shirts aren't horribly priced, as you can see. They used to be like $1, $2 2 years ago, and then when we live in Illinois, when the minimum wage started to raise and they thought it might go up to $15, then their prices also went up. They've had the same manager for several years, so I don't think it was management that decided the price raise. I don't know how this place actually makes profit, because even if I was shopping for myself, I would not pay $10 to $15 for a used dress. This is pretty cool, not for the price, and it was white, so the chances of there being a blemish is quite high. As you can see by the brands, it's a lot of nothing, like nothing at all. Faded t-shirts. This was neat, but I have sold some, and this was not even, I think something mountain, but this was just on a regular. I did like the wash and the skulls, but not it just wasn't for me. I think that was a Punisher. We get a lot of Hawkeyes because we don't live too far from Iowa. Now here was like probably a 2000s Nike windbreaker, extra large, great size. However, it was $9 and it is white. I have really bad luck with white. I don't know who would want to wear a white jacket, and the chances of there being blemishes on it are pretty high, so I passed. But you know, just looking through here, hoping to score at least one item, and I did not. I always look at branding. That's Michael Kors. If I would have found that at the bins, I would have picked it up because it's like a thermal pullover men's, but not for their prices. Now, I could have looked up, what was that, Tri-Mountain? I didn't know that brand. I don't know a lot of brands. I just look them up. So, as you can see, nothing. If you think I missed something, put it in the comments because I would love to know. Wild Fable, like, I think that's women's. Just a lot of... I mean, it's typical for me to find some cool vintage. I think I did find a Pioneer zip-up, like Pioneer Seed. And I have sold a couple of their pieces. This is cool, like a quilted sports jacket. And I'm trying to think who this was. Was it Chaps, perhaps? Yeah, I don't buy Chaps. It had its moment, what, like 5 years ago, if it was like from the 90s. Yeah, a whole lot of nothing. They mark up their hunting gear like crazy because we're from a rural area, so it's pretty popular. Nothing. You kind of get the gist. This is kind of a reality check. And mom life, as you can tell. That was a neat jacket. It felt like quality, but I just didn't feel like looking it up. I was just kind of in a funk. This was cool. I had not seen a linen faux fur collared jacket, but that sucker probably weighed 4 pounds. I've seen those leather coats there forever. They're cool, but I wouldn't pay that much. What's wrong? She's trying to play with my smartwatch that I'm wearing. Alright, so same old. I don't even know why I kept looking in this row. I was trying not to give up, but I haven't seen anything that strikes my interest at all. Do you see the quality? Like, even look at that Harley. It's not even a Harley tag. So didn't even look at it twice. So that's Nike, but it was branded from a local school. So I didn't know this brand. It looked like a golfer's jacket. I probably could have looked it up. Did not. Let's see. Getting near the end. That was neat. I did kind of like that. That looked like 90s Y2K. But again, the zipper I think was really... Well guys, I brought you along so you could see the typical things you find. That was really bad. That was so bad that in my whole 5 years of thrifting career, I got nothing at the thrift store. So as you saw, a lot of the brands were like, it's almost like they haven't pulled for so long, because as you could see in the clothes, in the men's department, it was like a lot of the jackets and stuff were like specific for small schools or businesses, and those things typically you can't resell. It's a very small market, especially in my area. It's a very small town, so the chances of finding the right buyer is very slim, but crazy. I previously showed you guys that plastic church that was musical, and comps were all over the place, but it didn't have the light, so you would have to buy like a lighted cord. And it's plastic, like that really vintage thin plastic, and so I was hesitant to buy it because then shipping it. And then I went to check out, and there was a line of like 5 people and only 1 cashier. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put it back. And those tie-dye cat pants I really don't need for myself, and they just look too worn. So that is my thrift with me. Not very exciting, but you know what? Sometimes you don't always strike it rich. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like it on your way out. And always make sure you are subscribed with the bell notifications turned on. Have a Thrift Delicious day, everyone. Bye.